the biggest stories of the week. Everybody watch the clip and tell me, what is the story?
Okay, well, it's this guy. We all love him.
He's learning about new cities.
And it's about the wet man. Oh, and the sad boy. The story is about what is happening in Iran, and I forget what we're allowed to call it.
The story is Operation Epic Fury, the United States and Israel's latest military strikes against Iran's security apparatus. Let's get down to it. First question for the panel. Are we at war?
Yeah, of course, it's a war.
How do you know? What makes define a war?
I know it when I see it.
It's like pornography. It's the same thing.
Yeah. You could call it a distraction from the Epstein files. You could call it, sure. You could call it a favor to Israel, whatever you like. Oh, less applause for that one, I noticed, yeah.
As Michael said, it is like pornography in that all the people at the White House watching it have a boner.
Oh, is it a war? Is it not a war? The one group of people you shouldn't be asking for a straight answer is Republicans.
We may have casualties. That often happens in war.
I don't know if this is technically a war.
Strategic strikes are not war.
We set the terms of this war.
We're not at war right now.
I wouldn't call this a war as much as I'd call it a conflict that should be very short and sweet.
I have to go back and look at the war.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, it'll be a war when Trump claims that he stopped it.
Yes.
Ohio Rep. Mike Turner is a member of the House Committee on Armed Services. What's his opinion about the W word?
There's a difference between using the term of the aspect of during the conflict of the environment of war versus it being a war. This is a military conflict.
You ever been accused of cheating, but it wasn't sex? You was just a tip. Like is this just the tip of war?
I was going to say he sounded like when Bill Clinton said that depends what your definition of is.
Is or was Iran an imminent threat to the United States and its allies?
Well, it sure as fuck is now. I mean, it's obviously there's all sorts of possible threats in the world, but the actions that have been taken without any kind of planning at all is only going to result in increased threat and more threats and threat of World War III.
And that's the part I don't like, is that we didn't
Wait a minute, I agree with Amber. I don't like the World War III part either.
Here's South Carolina Senator and Huckleberry Hound impersonator Lindsey Graham with a little bit of a clarification.
Any regime that embraces a cult of death, that's killed Americans, vows to kill Americans in the future, is a imminent threat. And it doesn't have to be imminent to me, because you don't want it to be imminent.
Right.
The whole idea is for it not to be imminent, dumbass.
We've all had a word of the day calendar before, and imminent seems to be his for now. And so the thought is, I guess, we'll be the direct threat before anyone's an imminent one to us. It's all
when he
horseshit.
describes an imminent threat as anybody who can kill Americans and has designs on Americans, he's describing the Trump administration.
Oh, I'm not joining in. I'm the host. So we're still iffy on calling it a war. Question to the panel. What name did Florida Congressman John Rutherford have for the military action in Iran?
Marcus.
Thanks to a typo in a press release sent by the Florida rep, John kicked off a whole wave of memes when he called it Operation Epic Furry.
Right.
Which led to memes like this being posted. Now, some people are calling it a war, some people are calling it a regime change, but it all means the same thing. People are losing their lives. Question, how is Secretary Hegseth honoring the American service members who have already lost their lives in this operation? You be Hegseth, how do you feel about the death of the troops?
No troops have died. You died. I'll kill you.
You're close.
Really?
Here's Hegseth.
When a few drones get through or tragic things happen, it's front page news. I get it. The press only wants to make the president look bad, but try for once to report the reality.
How inconsiderate of those soldiers to be killed in war just to make the president look bad.
Trump doesn't need the press to make him look bad. That's what his hands are for. Or his nussie. Last time we talked about that.
Wouldn't you just be Russian to be like, our fucking heroes,
Yes,
we love
yes.
them so much. They gave their lives for, no, this man was like, who, where? You are.
Now, for bonus points, who did Secretary Hegseth blame for pushing this narrative about dead soldiers ahead of the success of the mission thus far?
Bad Bunny.
Meghan Markle.
Black people.
Did you just go straight to black people?
Am I right? I feel right.
He blamed a TV network, so try again.
E.T. UPN. The WB.
Here's who Caroline Levitt blamed on Wednesday.
The press does only want to make the president look bad. That's a fact. Especially you. No, listen to me. Especially you and especially CNN.
Good job, you guys.
Yeah, fuck CNN. Oh.
Marco Rubio says that this mission in Iran is all about objectives.
The objective of this mission is the destruction of their ballistic missile capabilities and of their naval capabilities. I'm telling you what the objectives of this operation are. That's the objective of the mission. That's the objective of this mission. Our objectives are missiles. I don't know how long it'll take. We have objectives. We will do this as long as it takes to achieve those objectives, and we will achieve those objectives.
We've all had a word of the day calendar.
What are we doing in Iran?
Objectives.
According to Pete Hegseth, the purpose for being in Iran is all about one thing.
This was never meant to be a fair fight, and it is not a fair fight. We are punching them while they're down, which is exactly how it should be.
What?
Listen. Terrible war speech, inspiring football locker room halftime speech right there. You remember the Titans before they ran the trick play at the end of the game? You blitz all night. Make sure they never forget the night they played the Titans.
Do you think anyone here knows what you're talking about?
Nope. Before a Medal of Honor ceremony this week, Trump explained how exciting he thought the strikes were.
They said, oh, well, if the president wants to do it really quickly. After that, he'll get bored. I don't get bored. There's nothing boring about this. Do you agree with that, Pete? No, we don't get bored. I never get bored. If I got bored, I wouldn't be standing here right now. I guarantee you that.
Isn't this the same man who fell asleep at his own trial?
Question, what was the big takeaway from Trump's comments at that Medal of Honor ceremony?
Well, he's a little sensitive about lasting a long time.
I'm not worried. He's always claiming things are longer than they actually are.
I'm going to make a sex joke, too. I just have to think of it.
The big takeaway from the Medal of Honor ceremony is that the president is focused on domestic matters.
We have a lot of great service members here with us, too, in this beautiful building. Isn't it beautiful? See that nice drape? When that comes down right now, you see a very, very deep hole. But in about a year and a half from now, you're going to see a very, very beautiful building. And there's your entrance to it right there. I picked those drapes in my first term. I always like gold, but I think we can save a lot of money. I just saved curtains.
You ever wonder if Melania gets nervous when Trump talks about digging holes out in the yard?
If he's digging holes on the golf course, then yeah, she's got something to worry about.
Yeah, but...
I'm just saying that's where he buried his first wife.
People are upset about Trump meandering on and rambling about drapes at a Medal of Honor ceremony because they think he should be focused on whatever the hell this nasty-ass rash is on his
That's
neck.
what I'm saying.
You gotta dab some Diet Coke on that, brother. You got.
This is like the thing that shows up in a zombie movie where all the survivors kick you out of the community.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with me, baby.
Yeah.
I'm good. Operations in Iran began at 1:15 a.m. Eastern Time on February 28th, which is kind of an odd time, but I think we've all made bad decisions at 1 o'clock in the morning, so that's fair. But Trump actually gave the order for the 1:15 a.m. strikes at 3:38 p.m., almost 10 hours earlier the day before. Question, where did Trump go after deciding to bomb Iran?
Epstein's Island?
Golden Corral.
You're in the ballpark.
Really?
Dallas Barbecue.
Panda Express.
No, it's a uniquely Texas spot.
Oh, but the Cinnabon at the San Antonio airport.
Trump stopped at a Whataburger in Corpus Christi, Texas. Check it out.
Well, I'm going to order some. Now, okay, you ready? Can you handle this? Hamburgers for all. I'm going to get some stuff for Air Force One, and I'm going to get the hell out of here, all right? I took hamburgers for the whole place, okay?
You know for a fact he didn't pay for a single hamburger. He was like, everyone gets one.